Day 7. This is a big one. This is now, we're gonna start getting into the section where we're gonna be very specific on things we need to enhance to just see the world differently, to experience the world differently. And everybody's gonna have their thoughts and beliefs on this, and it's gonna seem extremely elementary, but I promise you, if you walk down this road with me, and you do just a little more, the lights are gonna start coming on. And you're gonna say, why have I been doing that for years? I knew it, but I didn't know. Okay, so the two things we're gonna look at today. Eating, you knew this was coming, and sleeping. So in my universe, I started working backwards from sleep because I knew if I could get perfect sleep, I would have more energy as long as I was getting all of the nutrients and everything that I needed. So that's where it began. So what we want to do first is start off with eating. Two things we have to admit as a society. We are, I'm going to use the term addicted. We're used to sugar in everything, okay? So alcohol, most of it, sugar. When we sit down and we order a soda, sugar. Our food, everything we put in a package, sugar. So that is a lot. Let's just spend a little bit of time there. I'm not gonna get too formal on this one because we can get into the statistics of 60% of the nation is unhealthy. We know that. It's 40% of men experience erectile dysfunction. It's all related to glucose spikes. It's all related to sugar. Anything that will inflame us, anything that will slow down the movement of your blood through your body, anything that restricts blood going through your brain, any kind of swelling, any kind, slows you down. And then it opens the door for all the sicknesses, opens the door for cancer, it opens the door for everything. You go on and on and on. I think we all know this, but we just hope it's not us. We hope it just goes to that person there and not me. But besides all of that, and I'll put up a photo here of my physical condition today, which is the best it's ever been. I feel the best I've ever been. Even when I was young, I feel way better now than I did then. You feel better. When you say, I want to look like that. Cool, great, fine. You want to feel like that. That is what I would love to give you. If I could just trade for an hour and let you drive this around and see what it's like to just show up at work, to sit in your chair, to bring groceries into the house, to come home from work and not feel so exhausted that you, hey honey, kids, what's for dinner? What if you came home and you felt as good as when you left? How many more things could you do? How much more life could you experience? A lot. So, let's agree that we're gonna start looking at ways, and this is very simple, to control our glucose spikes. And I'm not gonna teach you to do that. And I'll tell you, a buddy that I work with, he is I'm gonna call him a fitness model. He's a fitness competitor, and he is fit. I mean fit. He turned me on to a book. It's called Glucose Revolution, and it's written by Jesse, and I apologize for mispronouncing the last name, Inchauspe. It's a great listen. In Audible, she's the one who reads her book, and it's done very, very well. She's great to listen to. Her story is amazing. The research is amazing. Let me go into her story briefly because it's worth it. She was in Hawaii and she was a little overweight and had never been comfortable. A group of her friends are all jumping off of a cliff into the water, and they say, hey, just put your hands the right way and you'll be just fine. And so they all go. When she goes, she hits the water with her tailbone and her back everything just goes left. She wakes up in a hospital, and for the longest time, she's trying to go through therapy, and never feels right. Time goes on and she feels horrible and horrible and horrible. So she starts to study and research, hey, how can I not feel so horrible? And the more research she does and starts looking at all the studies and the people as a whole, she nails it down to it's glucose spikes. If somebody can control their glucose spikes, they can control everything. Their body would no longer hold fat. It would just release it. So let's go a step further into how this is done. And this is what you'll learn. What order you eat foods will dictate how high you spike your sugar, which will dictate how much fat you're holding on in your body or not. So when you take apart a meal and you eat your salad first or your greens first, whatever that is, hopefully with some sort of vinaigrette, then you eat your proteins. Say I'm having a steak or chicken or whatever, and then you have your starches. Let's say I have a potato there on the side, and then you get to your carbs or your sugars. Your body will treat all of that significantly different than if I sat down, had sugar. Let's say I ordered a drink at a restaurant. Let's say I started off with chips. Let's say I have a soda, and I start with that. When that goes down and it hits my insides first, it's going to treat that whole event significantly different. It's going to spike my sugar. It's going to start holding on to everything. Everything is going to go to the left, not the way that we want it. The book takes that apart much better, gives incredible examples, many more hacks on how to control your weight, if you will, or control your glucose, has many more studies on it, and it goes much deeper than that. I encourage you to get that book and spend time on it. It is awesome. But when you can control this, that I say is going to be 60% of getting you to where you want as far as a health and a functional process is. The other side of it is our caffeine. I've talked to a lot of people about this. I have a simple rule. I do not ingest caffeine after noon. Why? It takes 10 hours to get out of your system. So if and I go to bed at about 8. So if I have caffeine at 1 or 2, which most people have like at 3, when they try and go to bed, a lot of people tell me, I can't go to sleep at night. I just can't. My mind keeps going. It's not that your mind keeps going. The caffeine is still going in your body. It's keeping you up. So people stay on this caffeine loop. So right out of the gate, they need it first thing in the morning. They have some more at noon. And then in the afternoon, they have it, and they just keep going. Now, what a lot of people don't know is everything that has caffeine. It's not just sodas and coffees and teas. Chocolate has caffeine. Excedrin has caffeine. I remember I used to get caffeine headaches because I wasn't getting as much caffeine every day as I would always do. I was too much caffeine. So I would take Excedrin. It has caffeine, and that would get me going again, and I would be fine. The headache would go away, but my sleep was deteriorating. Anytime you have a drink at night, alcohol, you're not going to sleep as well. The body's processing that alcohol, it stops processing your sugar, and your sleep is just going to be all over the place. So if you can get these things in control, let's just say, here comes some crazy talk, for the next 30 days, we paused on the alcohol, okay? We had no more caffeine after noon, maybe just in the morning. And we restructured how we ate our meals. In 30 days, you would be a very different person. I guarantee you would be a very different person. Lights would come on and you would say, what is happening here? People will notice. People will start talking. Now, I'm not saying that that's what you're trying to do. You can be totally, have all weight loss in 30 days. No. To change, to enhance who you are, let's give you 18 months. 18 months? Yeah, I'm talking about sustaining. This isn't a one-off and then we try the next thing. No, this is a way to live and continue to live. And it stays very simple. And you no longer want the caffeine. You no longer want the sugar. Your body's doing it for you. You're eating the right way. You feel good after you have a meal. You can go work out after a meal. You don't feel like, oh, sitting on the couch after you had a meal. Here, let me do my late night workout. You can do more of what you want to do. You can do more of getting over here into where you want to be instead of just dreading going to the 9 to 5 in the morning. Big difference. You've heard it a million times. When it comes to being healthy, when it comes to going from, and I'll show a picture here of when I was 220 pounds. Right now I'm 170 pounds. That's a massive difference for who I am. I'm roughly 5'11", 170 pounds, and I'm more exactly where I want to be. This is by design. I don't want to be some giant bodybuilder. I don't want to be this little bitty skinny person. This is where I want to be, where I want to continue to be. But to move that, I thought, and I had this all wrong, kind of like you see a million YouTube ads, if you want to run, that's not the way to do it. If you eat this, that's not the way to do it. And they're right. I actually had to stop running. I love running. I had to stop running to get where I want to be. I had to change a few things to get where I want to be. So it is an 80-20 game. It is 80% what you put in your mouth, 80%. It's 20% of the, I'm going to can it as the exercise. You don't have to call it exercise. Just call it activity. Anytime you move your body, even me standing here and doing what I'm doing, this is a significant amount of activity. I'm actually burning a lot of calories just by standing here. So 80% eating and how you eat and what you put in your mouth, 20% of activity. And that's it. It's a simple, simple game. It is really simple. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to outline my magic day that works. I mean, works. Many people have asked me for this. I do not like giving it to people. People who pay usually pay attention. When I give it to someone, they're like, oh yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay, then don't do it. Then go in your circles and stay where you are and be all over the place. But this works for two reasons. The first reason, and I get this all the time in my morning meeting. When I show up to my morning meeting, they go, how are you so on? How are you so just ready to go? You have so much energy every morning. Nothing to do with the coffee that I have. It's actually my morning routine. Even today, I will say this. I don't always wake up and just jump out of bed and go, ooh, look at me. No. For some reason last night, I didn't sleep well. I don't know why. I just didn't sleep well. Maybe it was something I ate for dinner. I did not sleep well. So when I woke up, it was a little foggy, just wasn't with it. I went through my routine. When I was done with my routine and I was dressed for work, I was right here. I was ready to go. I was feeling it. It was coming across. I was like, whoo. And I had to tell myself this when I got into it. I'm like, hey, trust your process. Go through your process. When you get through it, you're going to feel great. And I did. And I did. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, so let's walk through the process. When I first wake up in the morning, I walk downstairs, take the dogs outside, I come in, and I drink a greens drink. It has something to the effect of 16 servings of vegetables. Now the greens drink that I have, and there are many greens drinks, I'm not saying you have to have a specific one. The one I drink is off of Amazon. I'll put a picture here. It's called Greens First. I've been drinking it for about 7 years. Every single day, even if I'm traveling, even if I'm on vacation, I do not skip a day. I don't need, for anything like this, it's like asking, how many days a week do you want to be a billionaire? All the days. How many days of the week do you want to be happy? Every single day, not some of the days. So I do things deliberate every day so that I can be this way every day. I don't want these dips because that's that time in life when something came and is what you were looking for, but you were having a down day and you missed it. I believe that I'm ascending so fast in life because I'm ready for it every single day. So when it does come, I'm ready for it and I grab it and I take action. I truly believe that and I want to get you there. So let's go back. Wake up in the morning, I go downstairs, I make my greens drink. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water. I add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I add a tablespoon of lemon juice. For its own effects, you can study about that. I mix it up, I drink it. I go, I get my cup of coffee. It's a simple 6-ounce cup of black coffee. I add a little bit of sugar or isolene to it, just 1 little bitty tablespoon, and a little bit of coconut milk, and that's it, nothing crazy. I begin to drink this in the morning as the kids come down, helping them get ready for school, because I do a 10-minute workout every single morning while I'm getting ready in the morning, all at one time, and that coffee is gonna help get me there, right? So I have my coffee, I go upstairs to my master bath. First thing I do is I shave. I shave every morning. Even if I have a beard, let's say I grew my beard out, I'm gonna trim it, get the hot water on me, just kind of get me going with my coffee. I have my music playing and I'm going. After I've shaved, I get my red journal, so it's my master bath, and I write down the small workout that I'm about to do. And I take out my bands, my workout, and I do the exact exercises that are required there. Now, usually there's 4 exercises that are required. I do the first 2, and I'm doing them until I can't do them anymore. So every day, here's an interesting one. If you put yourself in a position where you can't go on, that little bit of stress, I believe, is what keeps me growing. Ask yourself yesterday, did you do something and you pushed yourself to that limit where you couldn't go one more? Did you? When was the last time you did that? Last year? 2 years ago? What if you did that daily? I promise it will change your life. So in my workout every single day, even today, I got to that rep where I couldn't do one more. That gets you going. It sends a signal to your subconscious, hey, you need to be stronger, better, and faster because you're doing some demanding stuff. So I do 2 exercises. Then I brush my teeth, okay? That kind of gives me a little rest period because I have the automatic toothbrush, make sure I brush my teeth for 2 minutes. Then I do my second set of exercises, my other 2. Then I put everything away, put a little bit of water on my face, put a little bit of water on my shoulders, I towel off. Because my exercises are so simple, I use what's called an X3 bar. You can look for it when you search X3 bar. It's a band workout. I don't lift weights, I don't run, I don't go to the gym, I don't have a time excuse. I use 10 minutes while I'm getting dressed in the morning. There's no time excuse. And the results are incredible. I mean, for me, incredible. I'm not trying to be a fitness model. I'm not trying to, no. I just want to live better. And this works. So at the end there, I towel off. Then at that point, I've already kind of got myself ready. I've already shaved, already brushed my teeth. Then I start with my lotions. I have a lotion routine that I do. Comb my hair, just a little bit of cologne. And then I put my ending lotion and I feel great. I'm ready to go. Put my bands away. Then I get dressed for the day, come downstairs. I'm ready to attack the world. Everything happened there. Okay, so now so far, it's still early in the morning. I'm downstairs by, let's say, 8 o'clock, and I'm ready to go. Now, I had my greens earlier. With that greens and that coffee, I'm gonna have my second cup of coffee, and then I'm gonna start drinking water. I won't eat until about noon, sometimes maybe 1 or 2, depending on my day. That'll be the first time that I'm gonna break my fast. I'm just not hungry. When you begin to give your body all of the vegetables it needs, all of the minerals that it needs, everything, you're not gonna feel hungry. You're just not. Your body's used to getting everything. It's like, hey, we're good. We don't need to send the signal down that we're hungry. We're good. And if someone offers me, let's say they offer me a donut in the office or a bagel, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna eat it until after I've had my protein. I'm gonna keep it in my chain of what I'm gonna have for lunch. So now let's say it's lunchtime. And for lunch, I have some ribs from the night before. I have a small salad that I brought, and I have, let's say, a side of corn. So I'm gonna heat that up. I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna have my salad, right? Then I'm gonna have my ribs, and then I'm gonna have, I'll have my salad, my corn, and then my ribs, and then I'm good. And let's say I did have a donut from earlier, and I feel I really, really want it, but I probably won't. I'm full. I just throw it in the trash. But if I want it, I'll eat it then. Nothing wrong with that. I'm good. And then I'm gonna be ready for dinner. Now, I'll also add in another drink. I add in an isolene from Isogenics. It's a meal replacement. I have that in the middle of the day gives me more proteins, more vitamins, more minerals. I love that one. I'm not part of the MLM, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I do love that isogenic strength. There's other meal replacements that I've used as well. That one is my favorite. I love it. So I'll shake that up, let's say about 3 or 3:30. When it comes dinner time, I'm not starving, but I will eat. So I have dinner between 5 and 6:30. Feed the whole family. Whether I come home and I cook it or my wife is cooking that day, we eat and then I'm done. I do not eat after 7. I do not have a dessert. I don't deserve dessert every time I eat dinner. Stop that. I stop the additional eating. In there throughout the day, I'll also have an apple. I do have an apple a day. The whole apple a day, yeah, it keeps the doctor away. I have my apple in there as well. So, kind of a small recap. I'll have my greens drink. I will have 98 ounces of water. I drink two large containers of water. Let's see, where is it? I always keep it close by. I have my isoline drink, and then I don't eat after 7. So from 7 at night, all the way around till, let's say, noon the next day, there's no food going in my body. My body can start to work on everything else that it's needing. It can start repairing everywhere else and making me feel better. So I regularly feel better. I feel lighter. I feel like things are just going great. I'm controlling my caffeine. I'm controlling all of my glucose spikes. Now, I'm gonna add one thing for exercise, activity. I walk at least 2 miles every single day. That is actually better than if I went to the gym and did a super hard workout for an hour. That walk is way, way better. Now, the X3 bar by Dr. Josh Jacques. If you read his book, Lifting Weights and Running is a Waste of Time, I read that book in one day. I couldn't put it down. It was labeling everything that I had been through in the past, where I tried to work out and I kept getting injured and just things weren't working right. I'd given up, and then I just started running and I became super, super, super skinny. Here's a picture. And I knew where I wanted to be, and I knew how I wanted to feel, and he provided the answer. So thank you. I would encourage you to read his book as well, and invest in the X3 bar. It will change your life, and follow through with it. You will see dramatic results, and take your time with it. And it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be in a 30-day window. It's not going to be in a 60-day window. Just keep showing up and follow his cadence. He has a cadence, and you will see results. You will be very, very, very happy with your results. Okay, we just covered a lot, and I apologize for going through it so quickly. I would encourage you to go back and write this one out. This one I would re-listen to and write down in your journal and take notes. I'm not telling you to live like me. I'm not. I don't know your circumstance. I don't know the time you have. I don't know what physically you're going through. I do know that after years and years and years of failing, once I added this formula up, I got into a very nice place of health that I enjoy regularly. Quick recap. Wake up, greens drink, coffee, get ready, work out for the day, have a workout routine. Your morning routine will change your life every single day. I do it every single day so that I can be producing every day. Second cup of coffee, water, lunch, isoline, which is our meal replacement, dinner, apple somewhere in there, and that's it. Oh, I missed one. I'm sorry. Before I go to bed, I do have 1 cup of water with apple cider, one tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and 1 tablespoon of lemon. I apologize. I do have that in there before I go to bed every single night for extreme health reasons. You can research that as well. There's 10 million YouTubes on it and books about that as well. That regimen itself is a cornerstone of my success. Okay, now let's go through it. Here we go. You ready? Say it with me. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better, and better and better, and better and better. I am amazing. There is greatness in me. My favorite one, you know this one. I got this. I got this. No matter what it is. I know you do. Say it one more time. I got this. Yeah, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you for being here right now. This is just the beginning. So much more that's gonna unfold. And you're gonna slowly adopt this, and you will become who you were meant to become, and I can't wait to see it. Thank you.